and we can calculate our anticipated response. Okay. All right. Respiratory alkalosis. This is a condition where we blow off more CO2 than is being produced. And that's going to cause the blood to become alkalotic. We drew this little equation the other day. CO2 plus water, carbonic acid. You have to commit this to memory, by the way, if I can say that. I didn't put my phone. So in this case, we're blowing off CO2 so that its level within the blood is going to fall. We call it hypocapnia. Now, when we lose a substrate on one side of an equation, the reaction is going to be such that it moves to the side of the lost substrate. In this case, from right to left. We're trying to regenerate CO2 that's being lost. Okay, so in order to do that, we have to react free hydrogen with bicarb to form carbonic acid that can then dissociate. We're using up hydrogen. And so the hydrogen ion concentration is going to fall, which is going to result in an increase in the pH of blood. So hyperventilation is going to lead to alkalosis. We would call that a respiratory alkalosis. I'm going to tell a little story, and I hope you don't mind, Jordan. I'm going to ask for suspension of the HIPAA regulations with your approval.
Why my approval?
Because I'm going to reveal some personal information.
Sure.
Okay.
Go ahead.
One day I was talking to Jordan's mom, who's a sweet lady, by the way.
Yeah. What's
Okay.
her name?
Listen, I don't want to violate HIPAA any more than I have to.
Okay.
Okay? So, Jordan apparently was going to some school on the North Shore. Where'd you go to high school?
Slidell High.
Slidell High. Okay, right. Slidell High.
Good guess.
Y'all were the sailors, right?
No.
What were y'all?
The Tigers.
The Tigers, exactly. Okay. Well, it was toward the end of the senior year, and you know, there's a lot of drama going on senior year, particularly at the end where we're approaching graduation. And Jordan's studying that last week for all the finals so she can pass and do well and graduate with honors. Okay, yeah, I understand that. But there's a lot of pressure, a lot of tension. At the same time, they had the big senior prom coming up. And Jordan had been eyeing this guy named Jim. And she finally got the nerve to call Jim and ask him if he wanted to go to the prom. And lo and behold, Jim said yes.
Shocker.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. All of a sudden, Jordan is flying high. Okay? Yeah, there's the pressure of the exams, but this meant everything in the world to her. This is a guy she had eyed from afar. This was kind of her dream date. And now it was becoming a reality. Okay? And so she's getting really excited, and then, you know, she's telling all her friends, her besties. She called Macy. No, she didn't call Macy.
Yeah, I was about to
Mom said
say
she didn't know her yet. That's right. Forget about that.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
You see,
well, yeah, you were saying about paying attention, yeah.
I got to keep it real. So everything's going well. There's a lot of stress, but everything's going well until the Friday night before the prom. The prom was on Saturday, if I recall right. Okay. And Jim calls up, and of course the mom answers. She gives the phone to Jordan, and Jim says, "Jordan, I hate to tell you, I can't make it tomorrow." And so Jordan asks, "Well, what's going on?" And he says, "Well, I have to bathe the goldfish." And Jordan said, "What? What kind of lame excuse?" And he said, No, it's not just that." Because now he's in defense mode. And she said, "Well, what else is, there's got to be something more." And he said, "Well, I got to sharpen some pencils that night." And Jordan said, "What? What kind of lame excuse is that?" And he said, No, that's not it. That's not all. I have this backlog of magazines I have to read too. Okay? And he's coming up coming up with one lame excuse after another, and finally Jordan just slams down the phone. I know how upset you were.
Yes, very.
Okay?
I was heartbroken.
Then, all of a sudden, she starts to feel short of breath. And then she tells Mom, I feel like I have some chest pain. I feel like I'm dying. I'm dizzy. I'm lightheaded. Her world is just falling apart at the seams. And of course, being a good mom, she grabs Jordan, just puts her right into the car, and hauls off 9 miles an hour to where do you live, in Mandeville?
No.
Slidell. Slidell Memorial. Okay?
That's pretty good.
Slidell Memorial Hospital. Down that main street. What's that main street called?
Robert.
Yeah, there you go.
No, Gauze. You're talking about Gauze.
Gauze Boulevard, yeah, Gauze Boulevard. Could have gone to North Shore, but she goes to Slidell Memorial.
That's really close to my house, actually.
That's what I'm talking about. Then in the ER, they evaluate Jordan, and they determine that her heart rate is up to 120. And so she's looking at the nurse, who seems to be taking too much time, and the mom's saying, I told you something was wrong. They check her respiratory rate. Her respiratory rate is up to 32 per minute. Almost like 12 to 16. Okay? And the mom again is looking. She needs to get back there. She's in trouble. Okay? Her temperature, though, is 98.6. No fever. That's a good thing.
Yay.
But her blood pressure is up to 140/90.
Oh.
And of course,